you might have noticed we haven't put out a video in a little while. Normally I put on Wednesdays, but I didn't go to Epping last weekend because the weather was really bad, and that was a good call. They ended up raining out most of the event, so we went through. Decided to do a test and tune here at Atco on Friday last week, and I got 2 passes, and on the second pass I didn't like the way the car sounded, so I shut it off, went to restart it, and it didn't sound right. So we thought we wiped out the cam or the lifters or both. Brought the car home, took everything apart. They all looked good. So actually what happened was our heads weren't heli-coiled, so we didn't have like everything like tightened down correctly, because like we normally Loctite the stuff, but like our machinist was like, it was really hard to get out last time we Loctited it. So we figured we would just keep tightening it. We thought we had a couple more runs than we did, but to tighten it, but it was, apparently it came loose and still went 129 miles an hour with the valve train coming loose because of it. It's nobody's fault. It's just because the heads weren't heli coiled. So that'll be this off-season's task. But so we decided not to go to Lebanon because I had to work. So we are not running Super Street this weekend. We decided we'll do the $25,000 race at Atco. And I haven't bracket raced in like a year and a half. I did like Halloween Bash last year in October. It was a 500 Pro Tree, and the car ends up breaking on me. So I really don't have a whole lot of like practice with that. And then I did Halloween Bash the year before that, and I won first round, and then we split after first round because the weather got bad. So I haven't really bracket raced in like 2 years. Back in 2021, I think it was, or 2020, I ran door slammers. I did really well with it, but that was the last time I bracket raced and I really toppled. So I just went back in my notebook. I looked at my 2-step for what we normally leave at, which is 3,800 for all out racing instead of the Super Street. Put that in, and I threw the delay in that I was 004 with last time I used it. And I was 002 red, and it went 638 at 107, which is really good because the barometer is really bad. The air is still not 100% clear from those fires in Canada. So I'm happy it went that fast. It didn't feel that fast, maybe because I felt it like bouncing or something, but I don't know. I'm happy with it. We're just gonna go over the car before first round, decide if we're gonna run it again for first round or just pull out and run it tomorrow, because I'm like highly critical of like everything. Like I just want to make sure everything sounds right and just go over it. So we're gonna do one more check before we bring it up for first round. But yeah, the video came out, it looked good, and then I don't know if my dad switched a setting or not, and then it got really blurry. But again, still hiring for a videographer. I can't afford to pay you, but anybody to help alleviate one thing off his plate would be great. So yeah, no Lebanon for us. I had to work, had our field trip to Funplex, which was probably a little bit more fun than going to Lebanon anyway. I love racing, but Lebanon's always very hot and wet, and you just feel gross going there. So, at least in my opinion. But at least we have the opportunity to race here at Atco. It's $25,000 to win today, so I don't know what's going to happen out of it because, again, I haven't bracket raced in 2 years, especially 8th mile, but well, we'll keep you updated, so fingers crossed everything goes well. brand new. It was small, but we're cleaning all the residue off. So, yeah, that was the leak in question. That's why we can't buy back. Well, actually, we can buy back, but I don't feel great, so.
Well, then
Tomorrow.
again, we may not have enough time to get this ready for the buyback race.
Yeah, and we all know we have enough time.
Because I got to clean it. I got to
tomorrow.
clean the radiator support for the residue from having the radiator.
Car still
out.
did its job.
Yeah.
So I ran first round. I don't really know a whole lot of these racers anymore. I haven't brag raced in 2 years, like I said earlier. I set up to be 17 green because I thought with the new trans brake button and the new steering wheel, like I might be a little bit quicker. Now that I made a pass, and I was 15 green, so I was pretty consistent. I caught him pretty early, so I pedaled it a little bit, so I would try to like close up the stripe so I wouldn't break out. And I did break out. I was 640 on a 641, and he was 644 with a 6, I believe, on his dial. So I was ineligible from the let-go because when I looked at the slip, I was 15 on the tree and his package was 14 total. So I was 1 thou behind. Second time this year I've been put on the trailer early in the rounds with a good package. So, I mean, yeah, I broke out, but I drove exactly how I needed to drive it. I took 9 thou in the stripe. So I was gonna buy back, but I'm not feeling that great because I'm not used to like running all out, so my neck's kind of bothering me. But we also had a little bit of leaks from the trans cooler, so they told us to get it fixed or we're not allowed to race. So it was just 3 little drops, so we just cleaned all of that up. So we'll just try again tomorrow, but for 15,000. But I mean, I have to say I'm happy with it. Haven't really ran the car all out. It's not good air and the car is still moving. And my lights are good and the car's running the numbers. So it's right there. I just have to pull up against the right person. I don't need an easy race. I just need somebody who isn't going to put a ridiculously good package on me all the time. So that's usually how my races go, but we'll keep you in the loop for tomorrow. So we're here for day 2 at Atco for a party in the Pines. It's 15,000 to win today. Didn't end up buying back yesterday just because we had those couple little drops we needed to fix out the trans core and we didn't want them to throw us off. So hopefully they don't throw us off today. But it was bone dry when we pulled out of the trailer, so it's not leaking anything that we can see. So yeah, haven't looked at the weather yet, but it's just different coming from bracket racing from class racing to bracket racing, because even though I used to be a bracket racer, it's been a while since I've done it. It's kind of similar, it's almost like the same thing, but it's also very different at the same time. So just trying to get comfortable in the car with it, running all out. I'm not really used to it. And then we moved the trans brake and put a new steering wheel on it, so trying to get comfortable with that too. But we'll just see how today goes. We'll keep you updated. Kind of missed my throttle stop, to be completely honest, because I keep forgetting to keep my head back. And if I had the throttle stop on, it would have at least like saved my neck a little bit, but I keep forgetting when I top bulb and I keep getting slammed back. Even though I have the restraint, it still kind of hurts. So we'll keep you updated for how today goes. I guess we'll just set up a little bit more aggressive today, because apparently 15 doesn't cut it, at least for my races. So we'll just be a little bit more aggressive today, but we'll keep you in the loop. Just got back from first round. We didn't get any time runs today, only new entries got time shots. So no time runs, went in cold. Temperature stayed the same, humidity stayed the same, but the water grains went up and the DA went up and the barometer looks better, but the correction factor is higher, so it's definitely slower today. So I don't have a whole lot of passes running the car all out, so I just dialed up one from what I ran yesterday. So I dialed a 641, went a 640, I dialed a 642 today, just to be safe. And the guy I was supposed to have somebody else, and then last minute somebody pulled out, so quickly changed the numbers. Guy I had was really fast. He was dialed 553, so he was a really fast car. And since I only have like 6 seconds, I don't have a whole lot of time to look around, so I hit third, and he wasn't there, so I just like completely lifted and like ripped it a little bit. And he took the stripe. He took, I think, 300s at the stripe. Don't remember off the top of my head. But I was 004, 2 over with the 7, and he was 13, and he broke out. So I gave him room, which should have gave room, but still pulled off the win. I was happy with 004. I took out 4th out from yesterday. So moving in the right direction. They're going to do the buyback rounds and I think motorcycles, and then they're going to come back to us. So we'll keep you in the loop. Happy with the car. Don't have a whole lot of seat time going this fast, so I'm just kind of trying to get it a little bit dialed in, get comfortable in the car with the new button and everything, but in the new location. But so far I'm really happy with it. Lights are consistent, 60 foots of printing tickets, so I mean, you can't really complain. So hopefully this goes well, but we'll keep you in the
Going to give the win to Anthony said. We'll go down on the 5 and a 30. He was 24 on the tree. He took 29 on the straight, but he's done. Franco Pissis Jr. Here, right lane 522, the dial. That's a New Jersey car. Yes, I've ever seen it. Scott Kelly, see him every week. Twice a week sometimes, like this week. He'll go with the 692 out here with the Monza left lane. Greg was one over with a 7, right lane one over with a 3. That's a 005 to Greg's 26, and that was the finish line, 25 thousandths. Going to the Corvette, Greg Kelly out. Got John Bayonne. Oh, we'd love to see this number keep going round after round. Let's see what you can do here. He is 599 dial. He's got the always tough Mama Cluzzy's truck out there down 549. Big battle here. With a couple of homeboys. Shoot! 4 over with a 5 left lane for John Bayonne. He was 005. Oh, just couldn't get there. Having a 10 package out there for the truck. Yeah, baby. Looking smart. I like the Newski. He's got James Boshier. big that needed that one. 37 laps. Probably wouldn't beat anybody else. When he goes down on a 4. John Muller. Feeling lucky out here today. He'll go with the 599 dial here up against Vinny Guido in the Nova dial 611.
So second round definitely didn't go how I wanted it to go. I put 7th out in the box since I was 004 round before. And I let go of the button. I thought I was pretty good on the tree, but like it just kind of felt like it stayed in one place and then just kind of woke up. So I got the time slip. I like ran it all out. I was 1 over with the 5. And I got the time slip, and I was 44 on the tree, which I didn't feel like I was, but like I know I was based on how the race happened. So like replaying the video and looking at the 60 foot, you think what happened is the tire just like over wrinkled and it just kind of got stuck in like one spot, and then it got the wheel speed up, and that's where it made up some of that lost time. But I think like with it just wrinkling and staying in one spot instead of just moving, it kind of just compounded the light and made it a little bit worse. So just again, I don't have a whole lot of passes running the car all out, so the fact that the car is pretty consistent all weekend and my lights are pretty good with the exception of that one, not bad. Just got to figure out how to get the suspension to work on a hot track with. My dad just interrupted me. He said we were hanging with most of the people that we left bracket racing, so who stayed bracket racing while we left. So, I mean, these guys do this every single weekend, and they're always traveling or doing big money races, so I don't know what I really expected, but I'm still kind of pleased without bracket racing for 2 years to come out, have consistent lights on the top bulb, and the car to be consistent when I have no data for it running all out. So it's pretty good. It's going in the right direction. So I think we'll go back to Super Street. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to Super Street next, because we have a couple weekends in a row where we got, I think, next weekend off. We might test next weekend, I'm not sure. Because again, I have no seat time in this car. Every time I try to get seat time, something backfires. But I think we'll do New Media, and then I think we go out to Ohio, and I don't know what happens after that, but I know we have like a whole Super Street thing coming up. And then I know we have a big money Super Street race, I mean, Grove in July, so that might be what's next. I don't know. Might do a little bit more bracket racing if we can find the time this year. I definitely kind of want to. I like top bulbing. It's fun. I just keep hurting myself because I keep forgetting to put my head back, and I keep getting snapped. But yeah, I mean, overall, not too bad to turn on a win light when I've had to race all weekend. So I haven't had a single red light against me this year, which is pretty normal because I normally get about 1 every 3 years, and I'm due because I got 2 against me last year. So that means I probably won't get any red lights this year. So I don't rely on luck, I kind of rely on preparation, and we definitely weren't prepared coming into this race because there was no time to test. We finished the car yesterday morning before, like, we literally got here probably about 15 minutes before they started running my class. So finished the car yesterday morning right before they started running the class. So no test time. We weren't prepared, and to still do what we did not being prepared is pretty good in my opinion. Obviously I wish I went more rounds, but we're getting there. It's coming together. Things are going right slowly. So we're just gonna come take the car home, go over it, and hopefully test before we go out to New Media and then Ohio. But we'll keep you in the loop for that. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Definitely weird going all out again. So I hope you guys enjoyed it because it's not throwing up anymore off the line for bracket racing. But we'll keep you in the loop. So thanks for watching, guys.